Breaking news is shaking the region right now. A powerful explosion has struck the Crimea Bridge, and Russia has officially confirmed severe damage. This bridge is not just concrete and steel. It is a strategic lifeline. What really happened, why this matters, and how it could change the entire Ukraine war narrative is what we are breaking down today. Stay with us, because the implications go far beyond one explosion. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. We are covering a breaking development that is sending shockwaves across the region and beyond. Russia has officially confirmed that the Crimea Bridge has suffered severe damage following a violent explosion. This bridge is one of the most symbolic and strategic structures connected to the ongoing conflict. Built to connect mainland Russia with Crimea, it has served as a key supply and logistics route. News of damage to the bridge immediately raises serious questions about security, military logistics, and future operations. While official statements avoid dramatic language, confirmation itself is significant. It signals that the incident was too large to ignore or downplay. Around the world, analysts, governments, and media outlets are closely watching how Moscow responds. The bridge has been targeted before, but each incident increases pressure and uncertainty. Today's video will explain what is confirmed, what remains unclear, and why this moment matters so much. We will examine the strategic value of the bridge, the potential military impact, and the broader geopolitical consequences. It is important to separate verified information from speculation, especially during fast-moving events like this. Our goal is to give you a clear, balanced, and informative breakdown without exaggeration. Make sure you watch until the end, because the final sections will focus on what could happen next and how this may influence the wider conflict in the weeks ahead. The Crimea Bridge is far more than a transportation project. Since its completion, it has symbolized Russia's control over Crimea and its long-term intentions in the region. The bridge allows vehicles, fuel, weapons, and supplies to move efficiently between Russia and the peninsula. Any disruption to this route creates logistical challenges that cannot be easily replaced. Russia has alternative supply lines, but none offer the same speed and capacity. When officials confirm severe damage, it suggests at least partial interruption of traffic or functionality. Even temporary closures can have serious ripple effects. Military planners must reroute supplies, civilian travel is disrupted, and economic activity slows. The psychological impact is also important. The bridge has been portrayed as heavily protected, so damage raises questions about security effectiveness. For Ukraine and its supporters, such incidents can carry symbolic weight, while for Russia, they create pressure to respond decisively. International observers understand that infrastructure attacks often signal shifts in strategy. Whether this explosion was intended to send a message or achieve a tactical goal, the result is the same uncertainty. Markets, diplomats, and military analysts all react quickly to such developments. This is why confirmation matters more than speculation. It anchors the conversation in reality and forces all sides to adjust their calculations moving forward. Russia's official confirmation was carefully worded, focusing on damage rather than total destruction. This language is typical in high-stakes situations where information control is critical. Governments often release limited details while investigations continue. What matters is not only what is said, but what is not denied. Acknowledging damage confirms the explosion had real impact. Images and videos circulating online add to public concern, but officials rely on verified assessments before speaking. From a strategic communication perspective, confirmation serves multiple purposes. It prepares domestic audiences for disruptions, reassures allies that the situation is being managed, and signals resolve to opponents. At the same time, it avoids panic by stopping short of catastrophic claims. International media closely analyze these statements for clues about severity and next steps. Past incidents show that infrastructure damage can escalate tensions quickly. Each side tries to control the narrative while avoiding actions that could provoke wider escalation. This careful balance defines modern conflict communication. The Crimea Bridge incident fits this pattern precisely. Confirmation without full disclosure leaves room for maneuver while acknowledging reality. For viewers, understanding this context helps decode headlines and avoid misinformation. Not every dramatic claim reflects the full picture. The confirmed fact remains clear: the bridge was hit, damage occurred, and consequences are now unfolding. From a military standpoint, damage to the bridge presents immediate and long-term challenges. Short-term effects may include traffic restrictions, inspections, and repairs. Even limited closures can slow supply chains. Long-term effects depend on the extent of structural damage. Engineers must assess safety, durability, and repair timelines. Military planners must assume reduced capacity until full restoration is confirmed. This can affect troop movements, equipment delivery, and fuel distribution. In modern warfare, logistics often matter as much as frontline actions. A single disrupted route can force changes across an entire operational area. Beyond physical effects, there is also strategic signaling. Infrastructure attacks show capability and intent. They demonstrate that key assets are vulnerable despite defenses. This can influence morale on both sides. Supporters may see it as proof of effectiveness, while critics may question preparedness. However, it is important not to overstate immediate outcomes. Large systems adapt. Alternate routes, stockpiles, and contingency plans exist. The real impact unfolds over time. Analysts will watch repair speed, traffic data, and official updates closely. Each detail provides insight into how serious the damage truly is. For now, confirmed damage alone is enough to shift calculations and heighten alert levels across the region. International reaction to the incident has been swift but measured. Governments and organizations emphasize monitoring the situation and verifying information. Major powers understand that infrastructure damage can escalate conflicts if mismanaged. Diplomatic language tends to focus on stability, restraint, and assessment. At the same time, defense analysts openly discuss strategic implications. The bridge represents a critical link, so its disruption naturally draws attention. Media coverage varies by region, reflecting political perspectives and alliances. Some outlets highlight strategic success, while others stress risks of escalation. For global audiences, separating facts from framing is essential. Official confirmation gives journalists a solid reference point, but interpretations still differ. Markets also react to uncertainty, especially when transportation routes are affected. Energy prices, insurance costs, and regional trade can all feel indirect effects. This shows how a single explosion can influence systems far beyond its physical location. Social media amplifies reactions, sometimes spreading unverified claims. This makes careful reporting even more important. Viewers should rely on confirmed statements and credible analysis. The coming days will bring more clarity as inspections continue and authorities release updates. Until then, international attention remains fixed on the bridge and what it represents within the broader conflict. Historically, the Crimea Bridge has been targeted because of its symbolic and practical value. Each previous incident increased security measures and defensive claims. Damage despite these measures raises difficult questions. Was the attack unexpected, or did defenses fail? These questions drive internal reviews and external speculation. Militaries worldwide study such events to learn lessons about protection, redundancy, and response. Infrastructure security is a global concern, not limited to one conflict. Bridges, ports, and pipelines are vulnerable points in any system. The confirmation of damage reinforces this reality. It reminds policymakers that physical assets remain exposed despite advanced technology. For Russia, repairing and securing the bridge becomes both a practical task and a political statement. Speed, transparency, and effectiveness will all be scrutinized. For Ukraine and its supporters, the incident may be viewed as validation of strategy. However, escalation risks remain. Each successful strike increases pressure for retaliation. This cycle defines much of modern conflict. Understanding this dynamic helps viewers grasp why such incidents matter far beyond headlines. The bridge is not just infrastructure, it is leverage, symbolism, and strategy combined in one location. Public perception plays a powerful role in shaping outcomes. When official confirmation emerges, it validates widespread discussion and speculation. Citizens react emotionally to infrastructure damage, especially when it affects daily life. Travel delays, supply shortages, and safety concerns quickly become personal issues. Governments must address these concerns while managing security risks. Clear communication helps prevent panic and misinformation. In this case, acknowledging damage allows authorities to control expectations. It signals that repairs and assessments are underway. At the same time, it invites scrutiny. Independent analysts and foreign observers will compare statements with satellite imagery and open source data. This transparency pressure is a feature of modern conflicts. Information travels faster than ever. Authorities must balance openness with operational security. The bridge incident highlights this challenge. Too little information fuels rumors, too much can expose vulnerabilities. The middle ground is careful confirmation without unnecessary detail. For audiences, patience is essential. Early reports rarely tell the full story. The true impact becomes clearer over time as data accumulates. Watching how narratives evolve can be as revealing as the initial event itself. Looking ahead, several scenarios are possible. Repairs may proceed quickly, minimizing disruption. Alternatively, assessments could reveal deeper structural issues requiring long-term work. Security measures will almost certainly increase, affecting traffic and access. Military logistics may adjust permanently, reducing reliance on the bridge. Each outcome carries different implications. Diplomatic reactions may also shift depending on developments. If further incidents occur, tensions could rise sharply. If stability returns, attention may move elsewhere. The uncertainty itself has value as a strategic factor. Opponents must plan for multiple possibilities, stretching resources and focus. This is why infrastructure incidents are so influential. They create ambiguity. Analysts will track official updates, repair timelines, and traffic patterns. These indicators reveal more than statements alone. For viewers, understanding these signals helps interpret news critically. Rather than reacting only to headlines, consider underlying trends. The Crimea Bridge damage is a moment within a longer story. How it fits into that story depends on choices made in the coming days and weeks. It is also important to address misinformation risks. High-profile events attract exaggerated claims and false reports. Some sources may declare total destruction without evidence. Others may deny damage entirely. Official confirmation provides a factual anchor. Still, verification remains essential. Credible reporting relies on multiple sources, imagery, and consistent statements. Viewers should be cautious with dramatic language that goes beyond confirmed facts. Words like destroyed or gone forever often signal exaggeration. Responsible analysis sticks to what is known. In this case, severe damage is confirmed. The extent, duration, and consequences are still unfolding. By focusing on verified information, audiences can stay informed without being misled. This approach builds trust and understanding. It also reduces emotional manipulation. Conflicts generate strong reactions, but clarity matters more than speed. Taking time to assess facts leads to better conclusions. The bridge incident demonstrates why critical thinking is essential in modern media environments. In conclusion, Russia's official confirmation of severe damage to the Crimea Bridge marks a significant moment in the ongoing conflict. The bridge's strategic importance means even limited disruption carries weight. Military logistics, political symbolism, and international perception all intersect here. While details remain limited, the confirmed impact is undeniable. How authorities respond, repair, and communicate will shape the next phase. Observers should watch actions more than words. Repair speed, security changes, and traffic patterns will reveal true severity. This incident also highlights broader themes of vulnerability, information control, and strategic messaging. Infrastructure remains a critical pressure point in modern conflicts. As the situation develops, staying informed through reliable sources is essential. Avoiding speculation helps maintain clarity. This channel will continue to monitor updates and provide balanced analysis. Thank you for staying with us through this detailed breakdown. Understanding events like this requires patience and context. We will keep bringing you clear explanations as new information emerges. If you found this analysis useful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments.